2 years ago I tried to learn to code and failed miserably, spending weeks on tutorials that made zero sense. I watched tutorials, got stuck on my first syntax error, had absolutely no idea how to debug it or even what the error message meant, and just gave up completely. I felt like coding was only for people with natural talent. And I was absolutely convinced I wasn't one of them, no matter how hard I tried. Then I discovered AI tools actually built to help people learn programming, not just write code for them. And I tested 10 of them to see which ones actually made me capable of building something instead of just copying tutorials. Number 1 is the one that genuinely turned me from a person who couldn't even write error messages into someone who can actually solve coding problems on my own, debug my own code, and build real projects from scratch. Tool number 10 is GitHub Copilot. It's incredibly popular and genuinely powerful, but not for beginners. It auto-completes code suggestions as you type, which is incredible if you already know what you're doing. But when you're learning, it either gives you entire blocks of code you don't understand or skips the parts that would actually teach you something important. 5 out of 10. Tool number 9 is Replit. It's a browser-based IDE where you can write code instantly without installing anything, which sounds perfect for beginners, until you get an error and have no idea how to read the error message or fix it. 5.5 out of 10. Tool number 8 is Codecademy. It has structured lessons and real code challenges, which is genuinely useful, but you're still just following a script step by step. And the moment you try to build something on your own outside their platform, you're completely stuck with no idea where to start. 6 out of 10. Tool number 7 is LeetCode. It's great for practicing specific algorithms if you already understand the basics, but throwing a beginner at LeetCode is literally like throwing someone who just learned it to swim into the ocean and expecting them to enjoy it. 6.5 out of 10. Tool number 6 is Tabnai. It's an AI code completion tool similar to Copilot but lighter weight, and it actually learns from your own code patterns over time. The problem is it still completes lines without explaining what it's doing, so you end up with code that works but you don't understand why, and you'll make the same mistakes on your own projects. 7 out of 10. Now, a quick recap since we're halfway through this list. So far, most of these tools either did the work for you without teaching anything, or left you completely confused and frustrated when things went wrong and you had no idea how to fix it. The next 4 tools are where I actually started, learning instead of just copying code and hoping it worked. Tool number 5 is Cursor, an AI-powered code editor that works like ChatGPT built directly into your editor, but with the huge advantage that it understands your entire code base, so it can suggest fixes in context instead of in isolation. It taught me architectural patterns and coding styles I use across all my projects now, years later. 7.5 out of 10. Tool number 4 is FreeCodeCamp combined with ChatGPT. This is probably the best kept secret for beginners learning to code. You follow a real tutorial that actually teaches programming concepts properly. And whenever you get stuck, you ask ChatGPT to explain the specific part you're confused about instead of jumping straight to having it fix your code for you. 8 out of 10. Tool number 3 is Fine. It's an AI search engine built specifically for developers. So when you search an error message, it finds actual Stack Overflow answers and documentation instead of random blog posts. It doesn't fix your code for you. It teaches you where to find the actual answer and helps you understand the documentation. 8.5 out of 10. Tool number 2 is ChatGPT used the right way, which means asking it to explain what a piece of code does instead of asking it to write code for you from scratch. You paste your error, ask it to explain the error in simple terms, and actually read the explanation. This single shift changed absolutely everything about how I approach debugging error messages and learning new concepts. 9 out of 10. Tool number 1 is the complete combination of Cursor for intelligent code suggestions, FreeCodeCamp tutorials for structured learning, and ChatGPT for explaining concepts and errors in clear language. This exact routine took me from completely helpless and panicked when my code broke, to actually understanding what went wrong and being able to fix it myself, which honestly felt impossible 2 years ago. 10 out of 10. So here's the final ranking, broken down by what you actually need. If you want an AI search engine built specifically for coding errors and documentation, use Fine. Number 3. If you want to understand what your code does instead of just copying fixes, use ChatGPT the right way. Number 2. And if you want the complete learning system that builds real understanding instead of just working code, combine Cursor, FreeCodeCamp tutorials, and ChatGPT for explanations. That's number 1. One bonus tool that almost made this list is DeepSeek Coder, but I left it off because it's more specialized for experienced developers. And this list is focused on tools that actually help beginners move from confused to capable. Comment what programming language you want to learn. Like, share and subscribe for daily AI tips for you, since I post new ones like this constantly. The short version of this video with just the top 3 is on my channel right now. Go check it out right after this one ends. So make sure to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.